All right, in graph number 2, we're looking at the average monthly temperature and the total precipitation. So we're going to come back to our data sheet here. We're back on our original data page. You're going to need to make another copy or duplicate our temperature page again. Go over one. We're going to call this one graph 2. Once again, just for clarity so that we know which graph is which. So we're looking at average monthly temperature and the total precipitation. So in the last graph, we looked at the annual average temperature and the annual average precipitation. And so now we're going to look at annual, or we're looking at monthly temperature against total precipitation. So we still need our precipitation over here. So once again, remember that you need to double check and make sure that you're starting on the same year. You want to grab the year. We're going to grab the titles first. We're going to move those over. And then we're going to come here and it's 1904, remember, is our year. So here I'm going to start at 1904. I'm going to pull all the data again. I have to pull all the data because if I pull this particular column as a tabulation. So if I only pull this, it's going to error out. So I have to pull all the data over again. And paste it in. So now I want the monthly versus the annual. So I can hide my monthlies here because I don't need those. Make this a little bit better because once again, this is my annual total precipitation. And here, this is the annual. We don't need the annual average temperature, right? Because we're looking at the monthly. We don't need the station. Maybe hide that one as well, which leaves me with the month. Now, if I were to graph all of this on one graph, I could do it, but it would be really hard to read and it's not going to be very usable. And so instead, I'm going to break it into two graphs. I'm going to have one that's going to show January to June and one that's going to show July to December. So I'm going to start with the January to June one. So I'm going to hide July to December for right now. So I'm going to graph the year. I'm going to graph the 6 months plus the total precipitation. So insert one to the right. Gives us a place to put our graph. Nice space there. Remember, once again, I don't graph the year just yet. I'm going to graph the all the way down to the end. Remember, once again, yours should go all the way down to 2018 on everything. So I'm only going to graph where I have data for. I'm going to insert my chart. My chart, so it's nowhere near ready yet. Got to do a few steps to it. So remember that our first step from the last graph was that we added our axis in. So then here, we're going to add in that x-axis. So we get our years down here at the bottom. Now, when I look at this, the things that are bars and the things that are lines, we want some bars and we want some lines in this one because we've got two different kinds of data. So we're going to choose the combo chart, which is when you choose the column chart or chart type. We want this one right here. That's the combo chart. So we've got our combo chart, but it's not set up correctly because I really want this annual total precipitation to be the bar, and I want all the months to be lines. So what I have to do, click on Customize over here, and then I need to come to my series. So up here, it says Apply to all series, so I can choose one of the series. I'm going to choose my annual total precipitation. I'm going to make my color a little bit lighter because when it comes out as the bar, it's going to be really hard to read. And then I am going to make this one be my right axis on there, and I'm going to make it be a column. So that's step one. So first I needed to get my annual total precipitation to be a bar. But right now I still have January showing as a bar, and I need it to show as a line. So now under series, I'm going to choose January, and I'm going to leave it on the left axis. I'm going to change it to line. So now I have my bar is my annual total precipitation, and then I have lines. You'll see if I hadn't changed the color on this and I had left it that dark purple, it's kind of hard to see some of the lines. That's why I changed the color and made it lighter. So it's a little bit easier to read. So now I have all my data is plotted correctly. Now I have to put in my labels. So I'm going to come back up to my chart and access titles. Now I already have a title over here, which is not entirely perfect, but it's pretty good. It has most of the stuff, so I can copy this. I can come over to here again. Go back into my customize, my chart titles. Instead of being the annual mean temperature and precipitation, I now have the monthly, and I have the monthly mean temperature and total precipitation. So instead of rewriting all of this stuff, again, I can just change what my title is. That gives me my chart title. I come down to my horizontal axis again, and once again, years. Now, if I forgot what is over here and what is over here, remember I can go back to series again, and I can look at this and see that the right axis is my annual total precipitation. My right axis is then my vertical axis, which is my left axis over here, is temperature degrees. Now, once again, I have all my titles. Now, in this one, I want to take my snip or my screenshot, however you take pictures on your device, and I want to save that picture. Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to graph July through December, and I want to make sure that I have this picture first because I'm going to change the graph as I change the date. So once you've got that picture, then you save it. I would save it as graph 2 part 1. So that way you know what everything stands for on there. And then you're going to next graph the second half of the year. So we're going to expand this back out again. And we're going to hide first 6 months. And then we're going to once again hide our means. So you're going to use those monthlies on there. So now when I come down here, it's already done for me. So you can just scroll back down to wherever that graph was at. You've got July to December now. Your annual total precipitation is still fine here and everything. Now all you have to do is all your labels are still correct. All you have to do is take your snip or your screenshot of this and save it again. Once again, remember, we don't put the table, we're not choosing the type of graph that has the table beneath it. The table has to be separate from the graph. Okay, so that's graph number 2.